Gas mix and oils for chainsaws. William Hovey Smith, 2022.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And this is a tale of gas and oils. And I say plural, because in the chainsaw you use two different types of oil. This is bar and chain oil. This goes, of course, to lubricate the cutting chain. We'll set that aside for a second. And you also need oil in your fuel mix, a 40-to-1 to 50-to-1 mix. Well, how do you do it easily? It gets more difficult because we have things in both metric and English. You may have a can marked in liters. Oh, okay, and you're supposed to put so many ounces per gallon. How many liters are in a gallon? Whoa. What kind of ounces are we talking about? Are we talking about fluid ounces, ounces by weight, or British imperial ounces, all of which are different? What's an easy solution? One is to go down and buy you a couple of cans of this. This was shelf stable for 5 years, they say. Okay, keep one in your house. You never know when you might need it, and you might not be able to get out of your house. Maybe a tree is falling across your driveway or some such thing, and you need to cut it out. So it's handy to have some fuel that will keep long term always on hand for your chainsaw. Then you will also need 2-cycle oil, like that behind me. 2-cycle oil is different from bar oil, which is different from 4-cycle oil. You want 2-cycle oil. They go in 2 different reservoirs in your chainsaw. You have one for gas, mixed 50-to-1 or 40-to-1, and you have one for oil here. The gas is on the other side. What happens if you put the wrong fluid in the wrong place? Well, if you're lucky, you recognize you have done it, and you can pour it out, clean it out, and start over again. With that, you pour out, put it in a jar somewhere, and just use it to start your next fire outdoors. Don't try to rerun it in your chainsaw. Okay, say you did put bar oil in your gasoline reservoir, in your gas tank on your chainsaw. Okay, pour it out, let it drip. Then put in some gasoline. A quarter tank is probably fine. Shake it up good. Pour that out. Then put good gasoline, that is your gasoline mix, in your saw, and no harm done. Should you attempt to start the saw? Well, that's going to take some effort. Because then what you have to do is not only clean out your tank, but attempt to start it enough times so you work that bad oil gas mix through your carburetor into your cylinders and exhaust it and or burn it. Well, that may take a while. Stronger arms than I've got. But yes, if you keep at it, you can ultimately do it. Okay, it's not quite so bad if you put gas in your bar oil place. Okay, you just empty it out, leave it open, let it evaporate. In fact, then you can put your oil back in it, seal it up, and everything will be just fine. Now, the mixing. Here you are. This much goes in 1 gallon. You fill this little container up to about here, which is its commercial fill place. Then add some gas, pour this in, mix it up good, and put it in your gas tank, and you're done. So, that is the mystery of gassing a chainsaw. And now let's go ahead and do it. It would help, of course, if you had a phone. But I'm out here in the woods, and I'm not going to track all the way back to the house just to get a phone. These things you have to compress to open, which is a pain in the butt and absolutely worthless. But that's the way they are. You measure out your compound here. This is more fluid than ordinary oil. There you go, too much. Pour some back, okay. You're going to spill some. Sometimes after you're halfway done, go ahead and dump this in. Okay, you're full. And yes, we spilt some on the ground. Funnel would have prevented that. Check it up. And now we can actually put some in the gas tank. Now, one advantage of that sloppy fill is that I did wash off the top of that can fairly well. So that helps prevent sawdust and sand and other nasties from actually getting in your gas. Use a tool here to open the gas tank. Okay. And go ahead and fill it. Okay. Now that is filled. In good light, you can actually see it fill in this plastic reservoir a little bit. When it's cloudy and dark, no, you can't really see it very well. You seal it up. Tighten it, and you're there. Now the oil side Comes out like that. And as you can see, I've already filled it. So that is full. Now, what would happen if you put the wrong oil in here? Or if you ran out of bar oil and you had the other oil, could you use it? Probably. They're about the same viscosity. I'm sure the manufacturer would not recommend it, but yeah, if you had to finish up the day's cutting and that was the only oil you had, yeah, I think you could probably get away with it. With no guarantees there. So, let's see how she does. My objective is to cut this tree out of this road. And to do that, I'm not going to remove the whole tree or even attempt to. But I do need to cut one of those large sections about at the break-in slope, right about in the center of the camera there. But first, of course, we must start the saw. If you want an easy starting saw, get an electric one. Okay, it's a little long to stretch wires all the way out here. I'm about half a mile from the house. So we're stuck with gas. So this is an Echo saw. First thing done, turn the ignition on. Why they didn't put this foot piece on the other side for right-handed users, I will never know. Pull the choke full out. Press this button in and then pull. All right. You heard it sort of. All right, that's good. Now, on the second or third pull, it should start. I've now cut underneath to the point that there's very little holding that tree together now. So we're going to work on the other side and see if we can get it to pop right there of its own volition. The tree is being partially supported on this side. And we're out of gas. Woof. But now, this is Hovey Smith reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time. If someone in central Georgia needs this wood and has a means to pick it up and haul it, well, they are welcome to it. So they can contact me at the address below. My softcover outdoor books are also available as e-books. And my most recent business book, Make Your Own Job, and Until Death Do You Part,
are available as audio titles as well. I also have a number of softcover and e-outdoor books and business books available on Amazon. Included among these is a set of 7 e-books on specialized aspects of muzzleloading hunting. My newest business book is Make Your Own Job, Anytime, Anywhere, at any age, and is intended for anyone from teenagers to senior citizens. And it talks about creating your own job possibilities, conceiving of something new, and how to make businesses out of them at any age. My new novel is Until Death Do You Part. An American family meets their Sicilian cousins. In this novel, an American family of Sicilian origin goes on vacation. And when they arrive in Sicily on Monday, they are informed that their 2 sons will be married to 2 women they've never heard of on Friday, or none will leave the island alive.